So Lynn and Suna are going to see if they can figure out what is wrong, but I know I have a good clean signal going out. And so I will play a couple of my coach interviews as practice. Just another kill winner for the Ridgepoint JV, and now game 2 is at 10-9, Ridgepoint on top. I'm going to play a coach interview, see what it sounds like over there. Here it comes. All right, everybody, good Wednesday evening to you. This is our Tuesday night volleyball on Wednesday, and we're with Lauren Bailey of Ridgepoint. Let me ask you that maybe this escaped me, but I don't remember Labor Day weeks where we had Wednesday and Friday. Did I just miss something? Is that the way it's usually done?
No, it's not. We usually still play on that Tuesday, but at our head coaches meeting over the summer, we all were together at that point, and we all realized that we were playing in tournaments Labor Day weekend, and we just thought, you know.
Okay, that one sounds good. I'm going to try the other one. Welcome back to the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show, and it really doesn't get much better than this during the regular season. One of the great battles in Fort Bend County, Ridgepoint taking on George Ranch, and it's time to talk to Cheyenne Forshee of the Lady Longhorns, and let's get a quick recap of how things. That sounds good too. Now we're going to go to this sponsor interview. This is the Countdown to First Serve show on VypeFortBend.com. We're so glad you're with us, and we are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports, and volleyball is every Tuesday night from basically now until, I don't know, the playoffs begin in November, and then hopefully we'll be following one of our teams all the way until the weekend before Thanksgiving, playing for a state championship. We get to do that thanks to the great support of the Volleyball School. Our new partner, Domingo Martinez, is one of the directors. Tell us about the Okay, that's good. That's all good. This is the Next Level Urgent Care halftime show. All right, I know all of my elements in the Jazzler show thing, the commercial player. I know they work fine, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to talk to Lynn and maybe Suna. Oh, how about that? So if you want to text me and let me know how things are going. Okay, exclamation point. That is great, comma, Len, ellipsis. So I will give you an ETA on when we will go for real, semicolon. I will continue streaming, but simply mute everything and text you when I have a good ETA. Estimated time of launch, close parenthesis. All right, Lynn, I'm gonna mute. I'll keep streaming, and I'll text you what you need to know. Thank you, and that's all for now. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the gym at George Ranch High School in Richmond, Texas. Or is it Rosenberg? Well, it's somewhere in South Fort Bend County. I'm Roger Smith, and this is Tuesday night volleyball on a Wednesday. And in Class 6A, it just doesn't get any better during the regular season than George Ranch and Ridge Point, the two teams that started playing each other in district matches back in 2020, and it's been great ever since. Absolutely great. We're in the middle of a junior varsity match that's going to a third game, and that is the limit at the JV level, and it is hotly contested, so I'm guessing that we'll be able to time out our countdown to first serve show pretty well, and we will be able to bring you a lot of good information and tell you about the week coming up in VypeFortBend.com broadcasting. We are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County High School sports. So we'll be back with the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show. VypeFortBend.com, Tuesday night volleyball on a Wednesday, just this once, is presented by the Volleyball School, and it is brought to you this evening by Xfinity Mobile. Break free from the big three with wireless that does it all. Unbeatable internet made to do anything so you can do anything. By First Tire and Auto, 4 great Fort Bend County locations where you can get the best prices on tires and anything your vehicle needs to run at its very best. All 4 locations open Monday through Saturday. Visit FirstTireandAuto.com. Also brought to you by Next Level Urgent Care, with more than 30 locations in Greater Houston, including Sugarland, Sienna, Longmeadow, Greatwood, and 4 locations. Yeah, that's right, 4 in Katy. From OW to WOW, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. By Archer Volkswagen, open since 1956 and ready to serve you. Archer Volkswagen is on Highway 59 South, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. You will feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. By the Needville Insurance Agency, put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket when Bradley Stavanaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency team shop all those insurance carriers, and they'll find the very lowest premium for you. He'll save you money on your car insurance, your home insurance, flood insurance, or all 3. 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. And of course, as we said at the top, we are presented by the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy, and coming soon to Aliana on West Belfort, tucked in there between Kempner, Austin, Travis, and Foster. We'll be back with the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Has you covered. Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugarland, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From OW to WOW, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The Volleyball School helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations, make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
This is the Countdown to First Serve show on VypeFortBend.com. We're so glad you're with us, and we are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports, and volleyball is every Tuesday night from basically now until, the playoffs begin in November, and then hopefully we'll be following one of our teams all the way until the weekend before Thanksgiving, playing for a state championship. We get to do that thanks to the great support of the Volleyball School. Our new partner, Domingo Martinez, is one of the directors. Tell us about the Volleyball School and how you got started with it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. So the Volleyball School started about 5 years ago. Our goal in the community is to help girls learn their sport and learn their sport and compete either at the school level or the club level.
They have so many fine high school programs here. They're the ones that we broadcast all the time that have gone to Garland and competed for state championships. But I know that you don't want to make this only for those who are going to be playing for some SEC university or something in the near future, because there's a lot of opportunities to not only enjoy volleyball, but maybe play on your varsity team at your high school and perhaps get a college scholarship opportunity. So what's the overall philosophy on where you want to help girls go in the game?
Yeah, so we provide the starting point for girls looking to enter volleyball. So we provide at the beginner level, we teach them the right fundamentals, the right technique to be able to play at the next level, whether that's in middle school, high school, or club.
One thing that I have noticed when I visit the volleyball school is the energy of your coaching staff. It looks like all of them have played in very high quality competition and developed that competitive edge, and some of the things that make your staff fantastic. How would you describe them?
Yes. So we always say that at the volleyball school, our classes are built with science and delivered with passion, right? So every athlete training at the volleyball school has played at the collegiate level, and they're in it because they love it, right? And so if you're working at one of our schools, it's because you want to give back to the community, you want to pass the torch now that you're no longer playing, and you want to help kids, fall in love with the sport.
All right, so as we look forward to a season where people are being reminded that they can come to the volleyball school to help develop their game, no matter whether a girl could still be in elementary school or if she's moved up into middle school and high school, anytime that they want to make an improvement in their game beyond what they get in their on-campus coaching, give the information where people can contact the volleyball school.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a starting point, if you're looking for classes for your girl or your boy, you can visit us at thevolleyballschool.com or call us at 832-736-3191.
That's right, 832-736-3191. And for those of you in Fort Bend County who might be saying, well, the Katy location on Franz Road, it's not perfect for me. It's a little bit too far from my home. Well, no worries, because we've got this new one that is soon to be open in Aliana on West Belfort. And if you make a triangle, the Travis High School campus, Austin High School, and Kempner High School, it's right there, convenient if a girl plays or will play soon at Bush, as well as Foster. So it's going to be a great location.
Yes, we're excited for the Aliana location. The community's excited, and we will be offering the same schedule as in our Katy location, and we'll have classes there Monday through Saturday.
All right, Domingo, it's great to visit with you, and we'll be visiting with you again. We want to celebrate with you when the Aliana location opens, and you're going to be with us throughout the year. And man, I hope we are broadcasting on the Saturday before Thanksgiving, because that means that at least one of the teams that we love and follow all the time has made it to that final step and hopefully can bring home a state championship. What if we get two? That would be good too.
Yes, we're excited to be collaborating with you guys, partnering, and we look forward to a great year.
All right, we'll be back on the Countdown to First Serve show. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
All right, everybody. Good Wednesday evening to you. This is our Tuesday night volleyball on Wednesday, and we're with Lauren Bailey of Ridgepoint. Let me ask you that maybe this escaped me, but I don't remember Labor Day weeks where we had Wednesday and Friday. Did I just miss something? Is that the way it's usually done?
No, it's not. We usually still play on that Tuesday, but at our head coaches meeting over the summer, we all were together at that point, and we all realized that we were playing in tournaments Labor Day weekend, and we just thought, it's a holiday weekend, the girls are tired, so we all just agreed to move our game to Wednesday so we could all at least get a day off.
This George Ranch match is always a big one, and I say always. We don't have that big of a time window to look at it, but as soon as George Ranch got here, it did mean that the race for the District 26A championship got more interesting, and they provide a challenge to you. What's it meant, you think, to, as in an iron sharpens iron kind of way, to help your team get better when George Ranch is one of the opponents?
I think that it's always a mental game when we get to play them, which is almost just as important as the talent and the physical part of it. You just know that every time you come in this gym that they're going to play you competitively, and they're going to be an environment that we're going to have to push through, ignore the noise, and just play together as a team. So it's almost just as much of a mental challenge to us as a physical one. So no matter what, it's always a good match.
And if memory serves, the first one I remember, during the season that followed the COVID lockdown. It was November of 2020, and you had lost on your home court to them. And in the rematch here, you won in a 5-setter. It was thrilling. It was exciting. It was even scary at times. But what are your best memories of games against George Ranch or matches against George Ranch to this point?
I think just the energy that both teams bring together. I mean, yeah, they donkey stomped us in 3 the very first time we played them, and it was a wake-up call, and we knew from that minute on that we were going to have to be at 1,000%, every single person from 1 to 18 or whoever's on the bench. And I think just the energy that we always know that we have to bring into this game is fun, because when the girls have high energy, I mean, it just makes any game fun to watch. So that's always something that I like to witness, is them having fun.
I like that too. It's part of the spectacle of volleyball, and I really like donkey stomped. I'm thinking about it. Have I ever heard that before? I don't think that I have, and if you don't mind, I'd like to use it once in a while.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, no, I mean, donkey stomped is just the ultimate, disrespect. They put their hooves in us and just squished us in the dirt whenever they came into Ridge Point that first day. So, I've been using it a lot lately, like when we lost to Cy Ranch this past weekend. So, anyways, it's a funny term to use.
All right, last question. Last time I talked to you a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was 1 week, I'm kind of losing track. The school year has started. I can't remember anything from week to week. But you were telling me about your new arrivals and how are the new pieces of the puzzle coming together?
Really well. Really well. We got tested, like I just said, against that Cy Ranch team. They're phenomenal. But everyone's working together really well, and I've even been just kind of switching up a player or two, just to, whether it's to give our girls a break or to just mix it up for the other team, because everyone kind of knows what our go-to lineup is at this point. So even if it's just to kind of mix it up to give the other team a different view, I think the chemistry is good. I think we're meshing really well together, and seeing really good things to take us into this first round of district.
All right, looking forward to the rest of this round of district and the second half, and then whatever happens in late October and November. It's always exciting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Cheyenne Forshee of George Ranch when we continue on the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Long Meadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The Volleyball School helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations, make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Welcome back to the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show, and it really doesn't get much better than this during the regular season. One of the great battles in Fort Bend County, Ridge Point taking on George Ranch, and it's time to talk to Cheyenne Forshee of the Lady Longhorns. And let's get a quick recap of how things have gone thus far and in the first 2 or 3 district matches.
Well, we've had to become familiar with each other. We're kind of inexperienced. We're not really young, but we're inexperienced with each other because I've had so much depth in the past. So these girls have had to really close the gap and learn each other and figure some things out. We've had to work through some tweaks, and I think we're doing okay. You know, dropping to Travis Friday night was kind of a blow to us a little bit, but I don't consider it a major setback because they're doing pretty good this season as well.
All these girls are pretty familiar with each other because of the network of club volleyball, but Ridge Point does have a couple or 3 new players that are going to get a decent amount of playing time. Are there some girls on the Ridge Point side where you look across and say, I don't really know that much about that one?
Not a whole lot. I'm pretty familiar with the girls.
Even Mwanga Tutia? See, I'm practicing the name.
There you go. That's a good practice right there. She'll be a new face for us to see, but it's always exciting. A lot of my girls know a lot of the Ridge Point girls, and a lot of them play club together, so they're actually friends outside of this. So it kind of makes it more of a friendly rivalry, which is kind of nice for a change. But there's going to be a lot of familiar faces across the net tonight.
Well, I know it's a friendly and respectful rivalry, but it gets so passionate during these matches. I hope that it will remain friendly enough tonight. I know how it can go. Let me ask you about, you said your team is young, but do you have some college commitments that the girls would be happy to let the public know about, or are they still considering the offers that have come or will come?
Offers are still on the table, and they're still considering some of their options, but they're not ready to yet commit and say.
Well, I know when you are the head varsity coach of anything at a school like George Ranch, you don't really have that much time to just kind of sit around and ponder about what you've accomplished and things like that. But you are the only head volleyball coach that George Ranch High School has ever had. And have you ever thought about what's behind and what lies ahead? Or do you just kind of make sure that you're ready for the week and the season?
I mean, I'm always looking to the past. What can we do better? And I'm always looking to the future. I'm very involved with my junior high. You know, I have great coaches down there. I like to know what's coming up. My feeder program is very important to me. Future's always bright, because if you're just living for the here and now, you're not building a program.
All right. Well, it's good to talk to you, and we'll see what happens as the season goes on. Last year, we had to do a tiebreaker match, and I couldn't really do that one because I had a football game, but I did stick my head in the Hobson Fieldhouse to see part of it. So we'll probably see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show. And we'll get this one going from George Ranch. It's always a packed house. It looks like we're going to have a full bank of bleachers that are Ridgepoint fans and a full bank of bleachers for folks rooting for George Ranch. Glad you're with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
All right, we are back inside the gym at George Ranch High School, and there's something that I want to let you know we're going to do during the course of this game, because it was 5 years ago that my all-time favorite musical artist of any kind passed away a little bit short of 5 years ago. I remember it happened while the Astros were in the 2017 World Series, but that's when Tom Petty died. And Tom Petty, of course, did so many different things musically, and one of them was this thing called the Travelin' Wilburys, where he joined with Jeff Lynne, George Harrison, Bob Dylan, and Roy Orbison. And it was just an amazing coming together of musical geniuses. Hold on just a second. How do you say that? Okay. All right, thank you very much. There was someone giving me a little advice on how to pronounce a certain name on the George Ranch team. But anyway, so as you who follow Ridgepoint Volleyball know, they have an extraordinary senior star, great athlete, great player, great student, great everything. She's Sydney Jordan. And so there's this particular song called Last Night. It was never released as a single, so unless you really love the Travelin' Wilburys, then you probably won't recognize the song. But from time to time during the match tonight, in honor of the passing of Tom Petty almost 5 years ago, my love for the Traveling Wilburys and the admiration of Sydney Jordan as a great player, here is something that you're going to see anytime she does something really amazing like a kill.
Long and tall, she was the queen of them all.
Okay, there you go. She was long and tall. She was the queen of them all. And by the way, not right now because you're going to be listening to a volleyball match, but when you get a chance, just check out the Traveling Wilburys. And, you know, Last Night is it's a very funny song. It's a lot of fun. And it actually involves a woman who threatened to kill someone, so it's kind of dark and yet funny. Sydney Jordan is a killer, but with volleyballs and not people. All right, I think in just a moment or two they're going to announce the starting lineups. I still might have to kill a little bit of time, and if I do, I'll have to tell you what we have on tap on VypeFortBend.com. This is Tuesday night volleyball, but on a Wednesday, just this once. Brought to you by the Volleyball School in Katy and also the new location in Richmond on West Belfort. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations. Make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
All right, back inside the gym at George Ranch High School. They're introducing the Ridgepoint players, and the Ridgepoint fans graciously not booing. So good for them. Good on you, George Ranch friends. Okay, so tonight I was thinking that we were going to be bringing you a game between Austin and Clements, but we didn't do that because all of the volleyball that followed Labor Day weekend was moved from Tuesday to Wednesday, and so we were thinking it was going to be Ridgepoint at George Ranch on Tuesday, but here we are on Wednesday and it's Ridgepoint at George Ranch, and so we just couldn't miss this one. And so begins our week of broadcasts on VypeFortBend.com. Then, of course, Thursday, we have football. It'll be Dulles against the Austin Bulldogs, and the Austin Bulldogs, the only undefeated team in Fort Bend ISD at 2-0. They got a last-second field goal, a 38-35 win over Westbury. So after going 0-10 last year, the Austin Bulldogs are going to be making it 3-0, or trying to, against Dulles on Thursday night. And that countdown to kickoff show, sponsored by Next Level Urgent Care. I'm sorry, it's actually sponsored by Equitable Advisors. Sorry about that. The Equitable Advisors countdown to kickoff show on Thursday night before Dulles and Austin will come your way at 6:40 p.m. Then on Friday night, Hightower taking on Travis in the district opener for both teams. Hightower had been down in Class 5A for 4 years, and now they're back in Class 6A. Some great rivalries. Hightower is going to be taking on Travis at Mercer Stadium, and it's countdown to kickoff show sponsored by Equitable Advisors, beginning at 6:40 p.m. on Friday. And then Ridge Point football fans, finally we broadcast your team, and the way things have gone in the first 2 weeks of the season, you're probably glad we didn't broadcast them, because they took those tough losses to Westlake and then a shutout loss to Dickinson. But I have no doubt in my mind that Coach Rick LaFavors and his staff and the players will turn things around. It's been a rough start for Ridge Point, but district play in a 9-team district will begin for them on Saturday against Bush. We'll be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations, make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
That version of the Star Spangled Banner was so nice they almost played it twice. It sounds like we're in maybe a football stadium with a roof that has a capacity of 50,000 plus. That's not what we have. However, we do have a great atmosphere for volleyball. It is always fantastic when Ridge Point takes on George Ranch. Now we have a huge population of George Ranch football players over on, I guess it's the east side of the gym. On the west side, you have some Ridge Point football players, but not nearly as big a presence as we've seen in the past, and part of that may have to do with the fact that there were some really, really serious rainstorms, and that might have made somebody decide to just stay in Siena and listen to the match on VypeFortBend.com. All right, both teams out on the court, just about ready to go. And they're basically identically dressed. White jersey tops, black shorts. That's pretty much it. Ridge Point has purple letters and numerals, and George Ranch has gray ones outlined in maroon. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. So I hope I don't call anything wrong. Ridge Point is at the near end of the court. We are at the south end. Both teams on benches on the west side of the court, and it remains to be seen, but I wonder if the teams are going to switch between games, switch benches, or just stay where they are. Not really sure, but what I am sure of is that as soon as we get a wet spot on the floor over there on the George Ranch end, as soon as they do that, we're going to get this underway, and George Ranch evidently has won the toss, and they will be serving. And I'm looking between all these athletes to try and find the server. Okay, she finally has the ball in her hand, and it is Haley Forshee, the daughter of the head volleyball coach at George Ranch. She's a right-hander, and she will fire away. Spins it, And we are almost underway. Best out of 5. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com. The officials wait, and now they give the go-ahead to Haley Forshee, and we are ready to rock. Here it comes. Sydney Jordan digs it. Now Uwanga Tutia over there to Kennedy Rogers. Hard spike, almost leaves the court, but George Ranch saves it. But a violation on the part of George Ranch. And the first point goes to your Ridge Point Panther girls. Carrington Cook, Arissa Smith, Sydney Jordan, Emily Muanga Tutia, Josie Condry on the floor, along with, I think I named everybody, and there is an ace by Muanga Tutia. She says, give me that ball again, and it's 2-0 Ridge Point in this first match. Ridge Point undefeated in its district matches. George Ranch has one loss, and that was to Travis on Friday. Those are the George Ranch students, mostly football boys. Muanga Tutia lets it fly. There it goes, nice topspin. Dug out by George Ranch, and then they try spike attempt. Arissa Smith blocks it at the net. Muanga Tutia to Kennedy Rogers. Spikes away, but George Ranch there with the defense. And they try to get one down. Cannot. Refense there with the defense. Kennedy Rogers blocked at the net, but it's on the George Ranch side. Longhorns attacking. Big spike. Cross court. Muanga Tutia digs it. Sets it all the way over the net. Now here comes a big swing by Sydney Bryant. Can't get it down for George Ranch. What a great point already in a 2-0 first game, and a winner for George Ranch. That was Sydney Bryant, and she is quite a specimen for a volleyball player. They don't list her height, but I'm guessing she's at least 6'4". Sydney Jordan, of course, is 6'7". There is Arissa Smith blocked at the net. Now George Ranch in control, and Sydney Bryant, big swing, and hits it long. And a point to the Panthers. Panthers lead it 3-1. They get the serve back. Coming off the bench is Ava Thornquist, and she will go to the baseline and serve. Kennedy Rogers comes out. Ava will serve from the middle of the baseline. There it goes. Knuckleball, fluttering a little bit. Now Sydney Bryant, they'll get it to her whenever they can, but then it's dug out by Ridge Point. Carrington Cook tries to bump it over with finesse, doesn't work, and now a big swing blocked down by Ridge Point. Point to the Panthers as Avery Amin was denied at the net by Sydney Jordan. And it is 4-1, Ridge Point on top. Thornquist moves a little to her left to serve this time. Serves it deep end to the middle. Battle at the net. Arissa Smith called for a violation. I guess she touched the net with her elbow or something. Yes, she can jump that high. So it is 4-2. Now serving for George Ranch, Sarah Brotamonte. Slapping the ball with the open hand, and now fires a fastball. Muanga Tutia backs it. Carrington Cook blocked at the net, and a point to the Longhorns. Carrington Cook with great impact, but it was just blocked right back into her face. Brodamonte to serve again. George Ranch trailing 4-3. Condry, Muanga Tutia, Jordan. She's blocked at the net. Now Sydney Bryant tries to tap it over with two hands, and they continue to skirmish. Now the big swing, Bryant, diagonal, and gets it down. Josie Condry kept it airborne for a split second, but Ridge Point could not return it. 3 straight points for the Longhorns. It's 4-4. And I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight, and I'm going to lose my voice. The Ridge Point student section is growing, by the way. Condry bumps up the serve. Arissa Smith off fingertip. She thought, no, it's long. He thought that there was a fingertip block at the net and that George Ranch touched it, but the official says no. It's a point to the Longhorns. They lead 5-4, and now they serve again. Jordan digs it. Muanga Tutia back to Sydney, and her spike is blocked way up in the air by George Ranch, and here come the Longhorns. Bryant blocked, and it goes out of bounds. And it's a point to the Longhorns. Correction. I guess she hit it outside of the red and white pole. So it is a point to the Panthers, actually, and it's 5-5 as Arissa Smith gets ready to serve. She serves from the left corner. She's right in front of us. Spins it, jumps, lets fly with the serve, gets a lot of air under it. And here is the big swing, and they cannot get it down with Stefani Ayetefeo. George Ranch has it on their side. They just bump it over. That's all they can do. Mwanga Tutia setting it up. Arissa Smith, Sydney Jordan. She is blocked at the net. Still alive, but, well, it's a point to George Ranch because I think Sydney on the swing touched the net. Or somebody had a foot under the net. It's really hard to tell when it's this loud. It is awesome in here. We're bringing you the next best thing. All right, served by Kendall Jung of George Ranch. Now the Longhorns have it. Big swing. Ayetefeo cannot get it down. Tapped over by Carrington Cook, but George Ranch there with the defense. And they send it deep with Jung. Now it is Jordan. All she can do is tap it over. Crawls over the top of the tape, but George Ranch controls now. Little bump over. Mwanga Tutia setting it up. Now Condry. Now Jordan. She is blocked at the net, and it flies out of bounds. Point Panthers, and we're tied at 6. Substitutions. Skaken and Aaliyah Smith coming in for the Panthers. Savannah Skaken will serve from the middle of the floor in a 6-6 game 1 in this best-of-5 match. Lets it fly, and a sinker ball into the net. She let it drop too far before she struck it, and it's 7-6 George Ranch. Ivana Martinez will serve for the Lady Longhorns. She flies it also into the net, so turnabout is fair play. Both teams giving up a point. Now Sydney Jordan will serve. Josie Condry steps to the backcourt. Has a little something to say to Sydney. And there's a knuckleball serve of high velocity, but it does get over. Jordan is in the backcourt and digs one out. Now Skaken. Now Aaliyah Smith goes wide with it. She went cross court from right to left and flew it beyond the sideline. Point to the Longhorns. It is 8-7. Off the bench for George Ranch, Madison Herrera serving for the first time. Middle of the baseline at the other end. Here comes her serve. Deep to the middle. Skaken sends it over to Kennedy Rogers, who's back on the floor now for the Panthers. And now there is a spike attempt by George Ranch, but it goes out. Point to the Panthers, 8-all. I couldn't get an ID on who knocked that one out of bounds. Now Josie Condry will serve for Ridgepoint. It's 8-8. Keeps her feet on the floor as she serves. George Ranch digs it out. There is the big swing by Avery Amin, but Ridgepoint keeps it alive. And too many hits on the Ridgepoint side. They kind of hit one almost parallel to the net, and when Kennedy Rogers got her hands on it, she could only hit it up but back into the net. 9-8 George Ranch. The points have been very brief except for one, the third point of the match. Jordan now Skaken. Now Kennedy Rogers, and another point to George Ranch as a foot under the net by the Panthers is called. George Ranch matching its biggest lead. They're up 10-8. Imari Turner serves it, and it's good. Ridgepoint let it go. They thought it was going to fly out. Now it's 11-8. George Ranch on top. Thunderous cheers. Now another George Ranch serve, and now Skaken sets up Kennedy Rogers, and it is no good. She hit it wide on the right sideline, and it couldn't have been off by more than a couple of inches. It's 12-8, the biggest lead for George Ranch, and the Panther girls want a timeout. We'll take it with them. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The Volleyball School helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
We want to thank the folks at the Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. They take care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. This week, Tuesday night volleyball is on Wednesday, and we'll have football Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as always. Some weekends we're going to have 2 games on Saturday. Amari Turner serving for George Ranch, and it drops in. A service ace, and that comes after George Ranch got the first point coming out of the Ridge Point timeout. So that made it 13-8, and now the service ace makes it 14-8. Turner with the hot hand will serve again. Sydney Jordan digs it out. Now Skaken to Kennedy Rogers, and another point for George Ranches. There were 2 hits by one of the George Ranch players, and I think it was Skaken. 15-8. Wow, what a run they have. So 9-2 is the advantage by which George Ranch has outscored Ridge Point on this run. But as I was speaking, finally Amari Turner made an error on a serve. And so that's the first Ridge Point point in a while. It is George Ranch 15, Ridge Point 9, and now Mwanga Tutia will serve for your Ridge Point Panthers, the Aldine MacArthur import. Arissa Smith blocks one at the net. Mwanga Tutia to Kennedy Rogers. She's blocked at the net. George Ranch has been awesome with the defense tonight. No real clean kills. There is Mwanga Tutia to Kennedy Rogers. Goes diagonal, and it is a point to the Panthers. It went long, but it was off of George Ranch fingertips. 2 straight points for Ridge Point. And Mwanga Tutia will serve. Ameli, a great addition to this Ridge Point team. Sends it deep to the right corner, dug out nicely. Now a big swing, Avery Amin can't get it down. Condry to Kennedy Rogers, but George Ranch is there with the defense, and now they're going to swing away Sydney Bryant. Jordan digs it. Mwanga Tutia back sets it, and double hit it. Point to the Longhorns. They lead it 16-10. George Ranch really appears to be ready to play tonight. Riley Stubing, 5'7" senior, will serve. She is a team captain, so to all you Love Boat fans, yep, she's Captain Stubing. Mwanga Tutia. Now it is Carrington Cook, had to swing softly to make sure it got down. Sydney Bryant down the line and out. Point to the Panthers. Ava Thornquist in. Kennedy Rogers out for Ridge Point. Thornquist to the left of the center of the baseline. Now she moves a little bit more to the middle. Knuckleball serve, and it gets down. Point to the Panthers. They get within 16-12. Thornquist looking over at Coach Lauren Bailey, has her instructions. There goes the serve, way deep, and it's out. Point to George Ranch. The officials wanted to look at each other and make sure they had it right. 17-12 Longhorns, and now they get the serve back with Sarah Brotamonte, 5'5" senior. There is her serve. Condry digs it and falls down while she does so. Now a little bump over by Jordan, that's all she could do. Now Sydney Bryant, big swing. Blocked slightly at the net. Now Mwanga Tutia lets it go to Sydney Jordan.
Long and tall, she was the queen of them all.
Her first clean kill. That gets Ridge Point within 17-13. And now the serve by Arissa Smith. A lot of sinking action. Close to the net. Both teams playing back and forth like a pinball. Sydney Jordan swings, and there you go.
Long and tall, she was the queen of them all.
Second clean kill for Sydney Jordan tonight. And that gets Ridge Point to within a field goal, 17-14. Arissa Smith spins it, leaps and fires. Sinker ball. Sydney Bryant digs it. She wanted to get it back, but too many hits on the George Ranch side. Actually, not too many hits, but Sarah Brodamonte was trying to set it up for Bryant. Bryant was waiting, but it just never came close enough to her in her direction. 5-2 run for Ridge Point. Arissa serves again, deep, bumped up nicely, and now it is Sydney Bryant, but she's not close to the net. It's a humpback spike attempt. Muanga Tutia, Jordan, it crawls over the net. Two chances, and she makes good on the second one.
Long and tall, she was the queen of them all.
Timeout taken by George Ranch as the Panthers are really on a roll. They're within one. It's 17-16. We're in game one. This is only the beginning on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
The first point coming out of the timeout goes to George Ranch. They lead at 18-16, so whatever their head coach Cheyenne Forshee said to her players, it had a good effect. But we're going to 25 in this first game, as well as games 2, 3, and 4, and if it goes to a fifth, it'll go to 15. Kendall Jung ready to serve the right-hander into the net twice tonight, and that helps Ridge Point out. It is now 18-17, and the Panther girls will get the serve back. Aaliyah Smith back on the floor along with Savannah Skaken, and Skaken will serve. She serves in the middle, lets it fly with the feet on the floor, and serves it long. Point to the Longhorns. Now to the baseline goes Ivana Martinez. For George Ranch, with her team leading 19-17, here it comes. Dug out by Jordan. Skaken's going to back set it. There's a big swing, but blocked by George Ranch at the net. Their defense has been fantastic. And now a big swing off fingertips. Stephanie Ayeta Tefeo could not get it down, but now that is a point to the Longhorns. A violation that I could not detect, and I couldn't see the official signal, so my apologies. Another timeout. We'll take it with them. VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Ivana Martinez continues to serve for George Ranch and serves a winner coming out of the timeout. So it's now 21-17 Longhorns. Ridgepoint trying to pull game 1 out of the fire. Josie Condry to Skaken, and now a swing by Cameron Coleman. Cannot get it down, but there is a block by Cameron Coleman and Sydney Jordan paired at the net, and they blocked George Ranch to get it within 21-18, and now Jordan will serve. Ava Thornquist comes out, and Kennedy Rogers is up off the bench. Jordan serves. There it goes. Deep to the middle. Bumped up by Kendall Jung, and here comes George Ranch on the attack. They don't get it over with a hard spike. Skaken back set. Big swing out. Point to the Longhorns. Aaliyah Smith fired it wide. And it's 22-18. Ridgepoint making some uncharacteristic errors. But when they try to attack the middle, George Ranch's defense has been that good that they might be looking for a spot on the sideline. Here comes the serve, sinker ball. Condry couldn't keep it off the floor. Oh, that was a wicked serve, and frankly, I'm not even sure who served it. It is Madison, no, not Madison Herrera. I gotta stand up. Yeah, it is Madison Herrera. See if she does the same thing. Not quite as big a sinker ball there. Skaken now cross court. Kennedy Rogers just bumps it over. George Ranch is able to attack now. Here they come. Right down the middle past the diving Jordan. Madeline Coy with the winner. And it brings it to game point. It is 24-18. Herrera to serve again, trying to close out game 1. Here it comes, it's long. A reprieve for Ridgepoint. Cameron Coleman comes out, Arissa Smith back on. Josie Condry will serve from the left side. There it goes with her feet on the floor, sends it deep to the middle, and now the attack by George Ranch, big swing. Ridgepoint keeps it airborne. Now there is Kennedy Rogers, didn't crawl over. Got to get it over. They did. Still going. George Ranch attacking. George Ranch wins game 1. Avery Amin with a spike, and it didn't get down clean, but Ridgepoint couldn't get it back over. Ridgepoint will go to the other end. They'll switch benches and sides. 25-19 is the final in game 1. Ridgepoint has its work cut out for them. Definitely in a hostile environment here on FM 762, as opposed to out in the sticks on Highway 6. We'll be back.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The volleyball school helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the volleyball school makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Well, it's rocking in here, I can tell you that. This is a good test for Ridge Point. And before the 2020-2021 school year, when the UIL aligned again and George Ranch moved into District 26A, it was really a good thing, especially in volleyball, because George Ranch has pushed Ridge Point to become better. Ridge Point has been to the state tournament 3 times in the last 4 years. And they'll look to go back again. Certainly not a shoe-in, but George Ranch, it's great to have a truly strong rival in your district. By the way, last year when Ridge Point beat George Ranch in football, what an amazing night for Taylor Davis, the safety who will be on the field for the Panthers against Bush on Saturday evening. We'll bring it to you on VypeFortBend.com. And I don't usually hit on these things, but right before he picked off a pass in the end zone at Traylor Stadium and ran it back all the way for a pick 6, I said to a dear friend, Taylor Davis is about to pick off a pass and it'll be a pick 6. He did exactly that. It was amazing. And it was a one-sided win for Ridge Point over George Ranch that night. And here we go with George Ranch up 1-0 as they won the first one, 25-19. Ridge Point at the other end, having to regroup. It'll be Amela Muwangatutia to serve and start off this game 2. You don't want to be down 2-0 on another team's home court. Muwangatutia flies it, and it is wide. She missed. Not a good start for Ridge Point in game 2. Now serving Riley Stubing of George Ranch. Knuckleball gets over, and there is Arissa Smith, cannot get it down. Now a big swing, Carrington Cook, and a winner, 1-1. Ridge Point gets the second point of game 2. Josie Condry serves, bumped up there by Haley Forshey. Now there's a big swing, Sydney Bryant, and she hits it long. Point to the Panthers. Sydney Bryant, just a sophomore. And before her career is over, then she just might be long and tall and the queen of them all in District 26A. Condry serves with topspin. George Ranch to send it back. Bryant down the line and down. Luwanga Tutia touched it but couldn't dig it out. And it's 2-2. Haley Forshee waiting to, correction, I was going to say she is waiting to serve, but it's actually Sarah Brodamonte serving. Wiping her mouth on her jersey sleeve, now lets it go. Bumped up by Thornquist. Now Jordan gets it down.
She was long and tall. She was the queen of them all.
Okay, I played that 3 times in the first game, and Ridgepoint didn't get the win in game 1, so we'll put that in mothballs until they get a win. All right, here is the big swing by Avery Amin. Ridgepoint trying to keep it alive, and it goes beyond the sideline. Arissa Smith tried to save it, but couldn't. Point to George Ranch. Substitutions for the Lady Longhorns. Kendall Jung serving now, and I think she's related to Les Nessman, who used to be on WKRP in Cincinnati, because she's got a Band-Aid on her thigh. Sends it deep to the middle. Condry digs it out. Now a big swing. Carrington Cook, and it's down at a pretty sharp angle. Not quite 45 degrees, but close. And now Ridgepoint is up 4-3 in game 2 after losing the first one. Up off the bench, it is Lauren Battle. Her serve is deep to the middle. Bumped up by Riley Stubing. Now there's a big swing, and it works out. Madeline Coy, the freshman, swings hard and gets the point for George Ranch. Yeah, just a freshman. London Finch is now in the game for George Ranch, and she is serving with the second game tied 4-4. Finch sends it down the right sideline to the corner. Now Jordan just taps it over, crawls over the top of the tape, and gets down just in front of the diving freshman, Madeline Coy. So London Finch serves once, and Ridgepoint wins the point, and now she goes to the bench. Coach Forshee is up talking to one of the officials, and they're asking for a towel. A little bit of perspiration on the floor. Kendall Jung with a real servant heart, wiping up that perspiration. And now Riley Stubing says, I would like to do some of that labor myself. Okay, now we're dry and safe on the court. And Sydney Jordan will serve for Ridgepoint. Panthers leading 5-4. Hot serve. And a little tap down with 2 hands for Ridgepoint. Aaliyah Smith gets the winner. Ridgepoint up 6-4. Hot serve coming in again. But George Ranch is there and blocked at the net, but a point to George Ranch. Madeline McCoy was blocked, but it went out of bounds. So that makes it a 1-point game. 6-5 George Ranch trailing and now serving. Madison Herrera spins it. Right-handed server lets it go. Curveball, but Ridgepoint handles it. Got to get it over. Couldn't spike it. Now Herrera back sets it. There is a big swing by Amari Turner and a winner for George Ranch. That ties game 2 at 6-all. Herrera spins it and sends it. Bumped up by Jordan and also Thornquist at the same time. And now a winner on a hard spike by Kennedy Rogers. She went cross court with it. 7-6 Panthers, but nothing is coming easy tonight, at least not so far. Thornquist to serve. And into the net it goes. We're tied at 7. By the way, on our football coverage this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Ridgepoint's game is Saturday night, 6 o'clock kickoff against Bush. We have great halftime interviews with Todd Callis, the Astros TV voice, and also Ashley Pickle of High School Scoreboard Live and Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. An error on the return by Ridgepoint gives George Ranch the lead in game 2. It is 8-7. And Haley Forshee will serve. She steps to the right before sending it over. No spin whatsoever. Now big swing, Kennedy Rogers off the top of the net. George Ranch handled it. Now Lauren Battle saved it on the sideline for George Ranch. Kennedy Rogers swings away and gets it down. Right between the block of Imari Turner and Aaron Rayner. Ameli Muanga-Tutia to serve, 8-8 in game 2. Here comes the serve, bumped up by Sydney Bryant. They send it back to her. Her spike is blocked down. And a winner to George Ranch because it stayed on the Ridgepoint side of the net. 9-8, Lady Longhorns. They've already captured game 1 by a 25-19 score. Stubing sends it over down the left sideline, and now a quick set spiked by Arissa Smith, and Ridgepoint gets the point, tying it at 9. It is hot in here. Josie Condry to serve. Here it comes, sends it deep. Forshee got away with a double hit. Now Bryant blocked at the net. Now it's on the George Ranch side. Bryant again gets it over the line of defense, and then Ridgepoint hits it into the red and white boundary pole, and it's a point to George Ranch. They lead at 10-9. Off the bench and serving, Sarah Brodamonte. There it goes, deep middle and long. Point to the Panthers. 10 all. Nobody's led by more than 2 in the second game. Top spin serve by Arissa Smith goes into the net. Point to the Lady Longhorns. They lead it now 11-10. Bryant goes out, so does Forshee. And one of the girls that came in, Kendall Jung, going to the baseline to serve. The delay is to wipe up a sweaty spot on the floor. They're just going to keep that towel up there with the man in the big chair, so they have it handy next time. All right, here we go. 11-1. Jung serves for George Ranch. Knuckleball. Jordan bumps it. Now Muanga-Tutia back to Jordan. Off the block at the net, but George Ranch keeps it alive. There is a big swing by the freshman Coy, and Ridgepoint can't return it. 12-10 George Ranch. Jung to serve again. There it goes, deep middle, and it's long again. Point to the Panthers. That gets them within 12-11. She's Kendall Forever Jung, but her service didn't last very long there. Now Lauren Battle off the bench for the Panthers. Serving, Deep middle now bumped up. Here is George Match. Brodomonte to Avery Amin and a miss hit. Point to Ridge Point. It's 12 all. Battle. Bumps it. Top spin. Bumped up nicely by Stubing. Now there's a big swing by Coy, and the freshman puts one down. George Ranch leads again, 13-12. Now it's London Finch to serve again. There goes her serve. She sliced it out of bounds. Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, and I never slice, but that one sliced. Sydney Jordan in a 13-13 game 2 serves for Ridge Point, sends it deep, bumped up by Jung. Now there is Coy, blocked at the net. Battle keeps it alive. Thornquist quick sets it over. Point to George Ranch. Cameron Coleman, not really her fault, but the quick set didn't get all the way over. And she could only bump it straight up or it would have hit the net and crashed back down. So 14-13, George Ranch leads, and now Herrera serves. Deep middle and another long serve, point to the Panthers. Those faults on the serve by George Ranch are keeping Ridge Point alive in this game too. And now Ava Thornquist will try to serve with accuracy, wearing the gray libero jersey, number 1. Sends it deep. George Ranch is going to be able to send it back. There is a nice little bump over by Sydney Bryant, but there's the big swing. Kennedy Rogers kept alive. There is Coy going deep to the other corner. Saved by Thornquist, and now a dig attempt. Aaliyah Smith was dug out by George Ranch. Now Ridge Point to attack. Boom! Kennedy Rogers, that's a winner. And it is 15-14, Ridge Point on top in this game too. They dropped game 1, 25-19. Kennedy Rogers, the daughter of Sean Rogers, played defensive lineman for the Texas Longhorns and the Detroit Lions. Now George Ranch trying to return serve, and it's Madeline Coy who gets one down. Off of Ridge Point hands and out of bounds, and we're tied again at 15. I think I might have given credit to Coy there, and it might have been Erin Rayner, the 5'8" senior middle hitter. Haley Forshee to serve, steps to her right and lets it fly. No spin whatsoever. Ridge Point will return it. Kennedy Rogers got a lot of velocity on it and is blocked out of bounds. Point Panthers. They lead 16-15. Emeli Mwanga-Tutia up off the bench and serving now. Here it comes, bumped up by Bryant. They'll send it back to her. Big swing, blocked at the net, and down on the George Ranch side. So it's a point for Ridge Point. 17-15, the Panther girls lead it. And a timeout taken by George Ranch. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations, make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Coming out of the timeout, Mwanga Tutia serves. Now on the Ridge Point side, they attack. George Ranch there with the defense. Sydney Bryant off fingertips, dug out by Jordan. And now a setup for Kennedy Rogers. Humpback spike attempt delivered by George Ranch. Sydney Bryant blocked at the net, but her teammates there to pick her up. Now another big swing for George Ranch. Now Mwanga Tutia sets it up for Jordan, deep to the middle, and a winner. 18-15, Ridge Point leads. And that is the Panther girls' biggest lead in this game, too. Mwanga Tutia kind of drying the ball off on her jersey, but I suspect that her jersey is pretty wet with sweat. And they're drying up the floor on the George Ranch end. Riley Stubing puts the towel back on the net over on the side, and here we go. Mwanga Tutia bumped up. Herrera back sets it, but it's a soft spike attempt now. Ridge Point is going to attack. Kennedy Rogers blocked at the net. It goes airborne. Now Herrera for Sydney Bryant off fingertips. Ridge Point is going to send it back, and Cameron Coleman cannot get it down. Forshee returned it from the backcourt. Now Jordan. Now Mwanga Tutia. Now a tap over by Rogers, and it works. 19-15. Ridge Point leads. Mwanga Tutia slapping the volleyball. Now spins it, jumps, and serves. Kind of with side spin, a little screwball action. Sydney Bryant down the line off of Mwanga Tutia, and a winner for George Ranch. That had been 4 straight points by Ridge Point. But now it's a 3-point game in game 2. Ridge Point on top, 19-16. Stubing serving. Bumped up by Thornquist. Mwanga Tutia. And now down the line, Arissa Smith cannot get it in. Sydney Bryant sends it to the back line. Now it is Jordan. Now it is Carrington Cook who fires away, and George Ranch returns it. Sydney Bryant, a winner! She is long and tall. Might someday be the queen of them all. George Ranch within 2 in this game, too. They're trying to expand their lead in the match to 2 games. There is the bump by Stubing, or the serve, rather. There's a big swing by Carrington Cook, and it's good. Carrington Cook, who sounds like she should be a character on the old Dynasty show. One of those primetime soaps. It's 2017. Ridge Point on top and serving again with Josie Condry. They're going to break out the hats and hooters when Josie comes home. Top spin serve. Bumped by Forshee. Now a Beck Sweck. Big swing. Turner. And it's no good. Blocked by Ridge Point, and it falls on the George Ranch side. Point to the Panthers. They're up 21-17. Here comes the Ridge Point serve. Herrera's going to set it up for Sydney Bryant. Big swing, and that's a winner. Sideways glance off a block at the net and down on the Ridge Point side. Point to George Ranch. They get within 21-18. Brodamonte comes off the bench to serve in relief of Imari Turner. Brodamonte flies it deep middle. Bumped up by Thornquist, and now Arissa Smith, big swing, but George Ranch defense handles it. Sydney Bryant down the line. Mwanga Tutia touched it, couldn't bring it back. Ridge Point still on top in this game too, but it's 21-19. Brodamante fires it. Thornquist bumps it. Now here's Jordan, the big swing. And it's a winner for Ridge Point, 22-19. Arissa Smith to serve for your Panthers. Spins it and fires the serve. Hump back. Now Herrera is going to set it up for Sydney Bryant on the right side. Cross court, bumped up by Condry. Now here is Jordan. Yes! 23-19. Ridge Point 2 points away from capturing game 2 and evening this match. But a timeout, George Ranch will return.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Ridge Point needs 2 points to capture game 2. Sydney Bryant digs it. Now they set it back to her. Her spike attempt is handled by Ridge Point. Jordan goes high and softly over the top for a winner to make it 24-19. The Panther girls, with 1 more point, will have game 2 in their pocket. Collectively, you know. Arissa Smith will do the honors. Here comes her serve. It is going deep. Bumped up there by Forshee. Now it is Sydney Bryant to the deep middle, and she pastes it on the baseline. A beauty. But her team is still down 24-20. Forshee goes to the bench. Sydney Bryant's going to serve. She had to run all the way from the baseline to the mid-court line to pick up the ball. All right. She's ready to serve and try and keep this game alive for George Ranch. Dug out by Thornquist. Now Jordan blocked at the net. Bryant pumps it up. Now back to Bryant. She sends it deep to the middle, and it's a winner. It was off the hand of Thornquist. She meant to get more air under it, but unfortunately it hit the floor. And now timeout, Ridge Point will be back. It's 24-21 in game 2.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The Volleyball School helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
All right, everybody, you never know how long a volleyball match is going to go. It could go 3 games. It could go 5 games. If this one ends early enough, I'm going to go to Dave's Hot Chicken, Highway 6 and Glen Lakes in Mo City. So if it's not too late, join me there. All right, George Ranch serving, trying to save this game. Carrington Cook bumps it over. Now it's on the George Ranch side. They go cross court. Ridge Point is there with the defense. There's another swing. Ridgepoint keeping it alive. Now it's on the George Rant side. Brodamonte. Sidney Bryant sends it deep to the left corner. Muanga Totia brings it back. Now Jordan off fingertips. George Rant keeps it alive. And they send it over to the Ridgepoint side. And the Panthers keep it alive. Now it's George Ranch on their side. Stubing. Now it is Muanga Totia bumping it up. Now Cook. There it is. That ends game 2. Ridgepoint takes it 25-21. We're all even, one game apiece. And we shall return. Glad you're with us on VypeFortBend.com. Isn't volleyball awesome?
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
I may not be a smart man, but I do know that we're going to need at least 4 games to decide the winner in this varsity volleyball match. Ridgepoint just won the second game, 25-21. George Ranch won the first one, 25-19. Ridgepoint will be back at the near end, and I see Coach Lauren Bailey fanning herself. And I'll tell you what, I have enough rings in my trunk, if you know what I mean, as in a tree trunk, to remember the days when the Boston Celtics, whom I always hated, by the way, played their home games in the old Boston Garden, which had no air conditioning. And it got really sweltering in there at times. And I think I know what Boston Garden felt like here tonight. I'm not sure the cooler is working. There might have been a lightning strike that turned something off. There's a lot of guys in the football player section at George Ranch. They look like guys from the 70s, you know, where you'd open up 2 or 3 or 4 buttons. It's not pretty. There's a lot of the rodeo look over there. You got the denim cutoff shorts and cowboy boots. And for the non-hairy legs, it's a good look. But there are a lot of hairy legs doing the same thing, and that's not so good. All right, we're underway in game 3. Ridgepoint receiving. They bump it back over, and now it is Sydney Bryant of George Ranch attacking, and it's a winner off fingertips at the net. And it lands inside the baseline, although it would not matter if it had gone beyond the baseline because the Panther girls touched it. 1-0, George Ranch on top in game 3. Forshee serves back to the middle. Jordan bumps it up. Lauren Battle now sets it up for Kennedy Rogers. She's blocked at the net. Now it is Thornquist. Rogers again. Humpback spike attempt does not work. Forshee from her feet, from deep in the court, sends it over. Now Rogers again. And it's no call. Wide. 2-0. Lady Longhorns on top. Forshee to serve with her team up 2-0. Bumped up by Aaliyah Smith. Now Kennedy Rogers fires away. It crawls over the tape and goes down. First point of game 3 for Ridgepoint. And now Lauren Battle will serve from the middle of the baseline. Runs up, spins it, jumps a little bit. Bumped up nicely by Stubing, and now there is a swing and a winner. Avery Amin of George Ranch makes it 3-1. Lady Longhorns on top. It'll be Stubing to serve. Here comes her serve. Jordan digs it out. Now it is Battle. Cross court set, and it's Aaliyah Smith cannot. She does actually get it down for Ridgepoint. Bringing the Panther girls within 3-2. Josie Condry comes off the bench to serve, and Kennedy Rogers will take a seat. The hand signal by Coach Bailey behind her back. She's wearing a sweater. That's why she was fanning herself, but it is warm in here. Sydney Bryant spike attempt, and it's good by George Ranch. Little hesitation by the officials. Wanted to make sure they had the call right. And no argument from Ridgepoint. George Ranch gets that point to move up now 4-2. Sarah storms her Bruin in your eyes. Brodamonte serves. Lauren Battle now sets it up for Jordan. You know what happened.
She was long and tall. She was the queen of them all.
Sydney Jordan makes it 4-3 with a clean bang, zoom, but not to the moon spike. And Aaliyah Smith fires. Her serve is long. Point to George Ranch. 5-3, Lady Longhorns. Thornquist off the bench. Arissa Smith takes a seat. Kendall Jung will serve for the Lady Longhorns. Here it comes. Bumped up by Condry. Now Battle back set for Aaliyah Smith. Cannot get it down. Now a big swing by Coy of George Ranch. But Ridgepoint there with the defense. Now she tries to pop it over that picket fence. And now Battle to Jordan. That's a winner. That makes it 5-4. Ridgepoint is within one. Battle comes off. Aaliyah Smith comes off. Muwanga Tutia came back on. And she is now serving. Muwanga Tutia sends it deep to the middle. Bumped up by Stubing. And now a big swing and a winner for George Ranch. That was the freshman, Madeline Coy. They're chanting, she's a freshman, if you can't hear it. Now there's a serve dug out by Condrey. Now it's Jordan. She's just going to tap it over. Can't get it down. Mwanga Tutia back to Jordan. Blocked at the net. Back high in the air now. George Ranch returning it, and they go cross court with Ivana Martinez. But there is a response and a winner by Carrington Cook of your Ridgepoint Panthers, and they get within 6-5. Sydney Jordan will serve. One of her teammates was going to throw the ball to her and threw it over her head, which is hard to do, and it bounced off the back wall of the gym. Now she has it. Sydney serves. Right corner deep, and it goes past the baseline. George Ranch does get it over, however. Jordan, Mwanga Tutia, now Carrington Cook, a winner. Panthers tie it at 6 in Game 3. Coach Bailey has taken off the aforementioned sweater. Good move. It really is hot in here. There's the swing by Jordan down the right sideline, but George Ranch is going to return her serve. Nice block of the net by Cameron Coleman of Ridgepoint. Now Coy is blocked at the net. Ridgepoint there with the defense. Mwanga Tutia back set. Carrington Cook taps it over, but there is Stubing to get hands on it for George Ranch. They return it. Amazing. Mwanga Tutia caught the ball, or wait. Point to Ridgepoint. A whistle had blown. I was wondering why Mwanga Tutia caught the ball when it came down, but it's because the point was already over. Jordan serves into the net for Ridgepoint. That ties it at 7. And the Lady Longhorns will start serving again. To the baseline goes Madison Herrera. 1-1. Ridgepoint undefeated in District 26A, trying to keep it that way. Serve crawls over the top of the tape. Kennedy Rogers with a spike. Wasn't able to go, with a hard downward spike. And there is a winner. It's the freshman again, Madeline Coy. We ain't heard the last of her. This girl is good. And she can't drive yet. So that means she'll be tough to deal with in 2 or 3 years. Tough enough already. But for George Ranch, the serve is long. Kendall Jung just a bit high and long. It's 8-8, and Ava Thornquist serves. There it goes. No spin whatsoever. George Ranch will return, however. Avery Amin cannot get it down. Mwanga Tutia to Kennedy Rogers. Taps it over. She's blocked. Comes back to her. Taps it over again. Now a skirmish at the net. Now they're going to set it up for Sydney Jordan. And off fingertips. Way past the baseline. George Ranch. One more chance and they return it. Now Jordan. Now Mwanga Tutia for Ridgepoint. And there is the winner for Arissa Smith and the Ridgepoint Panthers, and they lead it 9-8. Even though it's hot in here, I am going to Dave's Hot Chicken after this match if they're still open. There's the serve by Thornquist deep to the left corner. Coy. Now it's in the air and into the net by Kendall Jung. She swung a little bit late. Ridgepoint now has a 10-8 lead in this third game, and Ava Thornquist will serve again. Wearing the gray libero jersey in the number 1. There goes her serve. Again, no spin. Coy. Now Herrera. Now a winner for George Ranch as Avery Amin hits it into the block of Ridgepoint, but Ridgepoint players could not keep it within the sideline. Haley Forshee to serve for the Lady Longhorns, who trail 10-9. Jordan bumps it. Mwanga Tutia sets it up, and Arissa Smith just taps it over. Sometimes you need a little finesse. Sometimes you need a lot. She used a lot that time. And it's 11-9 Ridgepoint. Lauren Battle off the bench. Mwanga Tutia sits. Battle serves. There it goes, deep to the middle. Dug out by George Ranch, and Sydney Bryant hits her spike long. And it was off fingertips, so it's actually George Ranch's point. Sydney Jordan is going to go over there and argue that it was not off fingertips. If it was off fingertips, and that's what the official in the high chair says, I guess I should say elevated chair. That sounds better. Anyway, if he says it touched fingertips, it really doesn't matter if the ball was out or not. So it is 11-10 Ridgepoint. George Ranch serving. Big swing, Kennedy Rogers, but George Ranch, great defense. Here is Avery Amin, sends it deep to the middle. Now Lauren Battle back sets it for Aaliyah Smith, cannot get it down. George Ranch sends it back over. Now it is Battle setting it up for Rogers and sends it to the baseline, but just inside the boundary, and a point for the Panthers. It is 12-10. Now Josie Condrey. I don't know why I said Condrey. Maybe it's the heat. There it goes with Ridgepoint up 12-10, and George Ranch trying to return it, and there is Amin. Overset by Ridgepoint's Battle, but Sydney Bryant taps it over. Almost a great save by Lauren Battle. She's okay. But it's a 1-point game again. Ridgepoint leads, but only 12-11. Mwanga Tutia is on the bench fanning herself. There's a lot of fanning going on. All right, Sarah Brodamonte serves for George Ranch. Sydney Jordan down the left sideline. Bang, zoom, but not to the moon. And it's 13-11 Ridgepoint. Lady Panthers get the serve back. I guess they're not officially the Lady Panthers. I'll just call them the Panther Girls. And they're up 13-11. Arissa fires it. Always gets a lot of air under her serves. Now there is Sydney Bryant trying to go to the middle. Condrey there to dig it out, but there is a tap down. Ivana Martinez of George Ranch. Right there waiting on an overset by Ridgepoint. And that gets the Lady Longhorns within 13-12. They're wiping up sweat on the George Ranch side. Kendall Jung waiting to serve. All right. They have eradicated the perspiration, and we can play ball now. Jung's serve deep to the middle. Condrey to Battle. Now it is Aaliyah Smith. Cannot get it down. Overset. Jordan almost took care of it, but George Ranch is going to send it back. Now Coy, the freshman, bumps it over. Lauren Battle back set. Aaliyah Smith. Good in the deep right corner. Point for the Panthers, and they lead it 14-12. Mwanga Tutia and Carrington Cook come back on. Lauren Battle and Aaliyah Smith come out. Mwanga Tutia promptly goes to the baseline to serve. The George Ranch student section giving her a lot of verbal heck over there. She doesn't hear a thing. Sent deep to the left corner, bumped up by Jung. George Ranch on the attack. It is Coy, and it is long. The George Ranch students say it was in, but they might be looking through maroon glasses. But that said, the girl who called it is a Ridgepoint student. 15-12, Ridgepoint on top, and now George Ranch trying to return their serve. Thornquist bumps it up on the Ridgepoint side. Mwanga Tutia to Jordan. She's blocked at the net. George Ranch has it and can take a shot at it. Coy down the right sideline. Mwanga-Tutia is there. Now Thornquist. Now Jordan deep to the right corner. And it's bumped up by Stubing. Just a little bump over by George Ranch. Now Carrington Cook. And it's good. Point to the Panthers. They lead by 4, their biggest lead in this third game. This match is all even, 1 game each. 16-12, Panthers on top. There is Mwanga-Tutia's serve, bumped up by George Ranch, and there is a little tap over try by Martinez, but Ridgepoint handles it. Carrington Cook blocked at the net. It's on the George Ranch side. Last hit for him, they get it over. Now Condrey, Mwanga-Tutia, and a quick set, but George Ranch somehow keeps it airborne. Coleman could not get it down for Ridgepoint. Now it's on the Panthers side. Back set to Jordan. She's blocked. Point to the Longhorns. Ridgepoint still up, but it's 16-13. That was a da-da-da block. And it was Coy teaming up with Aaron Rayner. Now the serve by Ivana Martinez. Top spin. Bryant digs it out. A little quick set right over the net. The element of surprise for Mwanga-Tutia, who gets the point for the Panthers, and they're back to a 4-point lead. It is 17-13. Condrey off the court, looking for a seat on the bench. Jordan to serve for Ridgepoint, sends it to the left corner. Now here is the big swing by Coy. She's blocked at the net. It's way past the baseline. Last hit for George Ranch. They do get it over. Now Mwanga-Tutia setting it up for Kennedy Rogers. Cannot get it down. Now George Ranch just crawling over the tape. Coleman, now Mwanga-Tutia. Now Carrington Cook, and a winner! It hit Stubing's hands and went sideways into the stands. Biggest lead in Game 3 for the Panthers. It is 18-13, and George Ranch wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Ridgepoint serving with Sydney Jordan, and the Panther girls leading 18-13. And a beautiful block of the net by Ridgepoint, but George Ranch kept it off the floor. No, they didn't. It actually hit the floor. Jordan to serve again with her team leading 19-13. They get the first point coming out of the timeout. Now Coy swings hard and gets the winner for George Ranch, stopping the streak of points by Ridgepoint. I'm sending a message. That's why I'm not talking so much. And a long serve by George Ranch. It's now 20-14, Ridgepoint. Here is the serve by Thornquist of Ridgepoint. The Panther girls are there with the defense on the first spike attempt by George Ranch. Kennedy Rogers is blocked, but Sydney Jordan kept it alive, and now it's on the George Ranch side. They try to get it down, but Mwanga Tutia digs it out. Now it is Thornquist and Carrington Cook, and now George Ranch attacks. Oh, a beautiful save. Aaron Rayner could not get the spike down. Kennedy Rogers taps it over for Ridgepoint. Now it's on the George Ranch side, and it hit our table, and it's a point for the Longhorns. (20 to 15). Ridgepoint still on top. And receiving serve, Mwanga Tutia sets a little quick setup for Arissa Smith, but George Ranch sent it right back. Now here's the swing by Sydney Bryant, and it gets down. George Ranch gets within 20 to 16. And it is Haley Forshee, the daughter of the head coach, ready to serve. Here it comes. Crawls over the net. Now Mwanga Tutia, cross court, Kennedy Rogers. It is bumped up beautifully by George Ranch. Mwanga Tutia back to Kennedy Rogers, and they send it back again. And now we have 4 hits on the Ridgepoint side. Yes, we do. I didn't see 4 hits, but I'll leave it to the officials. Whatever happened, Coach Lauren Bailey wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com. We're in the third game. It's 1-1, and Ridgepoint is trying to close it out, leading 20 to 17.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy, and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The Volleyball School helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Don't forget, we got football Thursday night, 6:40 p.m. countdown to kickoff show before the undefeated Austin Bulldogs take on Dulles. Then it's going to be Hightower against Travis on Friday night. There's a point for George Ranch. That gets them within 20 to 18. And then Ridgepoint fans, your boys are on the field at Tully Stadium in Spring Branch against the Bush Broncos Saturday evening, 5:40 p.m. countdown to kickoff show. It is 20 to 18. George Ranch mounting a comeback. Mwanga Tutia sets it up for Rogers. She's blocked at the net, and Ridgepoint gets that one. It rattled around between blockers and fell to the floor on the George Ranch side. It's 21 to 18. Jordan bounces the ball to Lauren Battle, who just came in off the bench. More and more substitutions because it is just so stinking hot in here. It's like a sauna. Sydney Bryant, fingertips at the net for Ridgepoint. Lauren Battle way over to Kennedy Rogers, and she hit it into the net on the big swing spike attempt. Point to George Ranch. They're putting the pressure on. They're down only by 21 to 19, and Stubing will serve for George Ranch. Want to say hi to Gavin McLeod, or the family of Gavin McLeod, listening in Beverly Hills tonight. Stubing, a captain on the team, serves. Sydney Jordan bumps it. Now Lauren Battle cross court. And Kennedy Rogers, that'll be a winner. She hit it deep into the backcourt off the forearms of Haley Forshee, and then it hit the vinyl pad on the back wall. That had some hot sauce on it. And it's 22 to 19. Josie Condry will serve for Ridgepoint. She's on the left side of the court. Steps up, serves with her feet on the floor. Bumped up by Forshee. Now Herrera, now Sidney Bryant, but it's bumped up by Condry. Lauren Battle sets it up for Aaliyah Smith. Hard spike, but George Ranch returned it. Sidney Bryant can't spike it hard on that one. Didn't have the ball where she wanted it. Now Aaliyah Smith, the winner down the left sideline. Off of George Ranch hands, and it makes it Ranch hands. Interesting. 23-19, Ridge Point on top. Timeout, George Ranch. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations. Make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
During our football coverage later this week, halftime is going to be worth your while, I can tell you that. You got Todd Callis, the Astros television voice, and also Ashley Pickle of High School Scoreboard Live. Double hit on the George Ranch side. They got away with it. Now it's on the Ridge Point side. Condry sets it up, just bumps it over. 23-19 Ridge Point. Sidney Bryant is denied at the net. Arissa Smith and Sydney Jordan said, well, like in your face, and that makes it 24-19. One more point would give the Panther girls this third game. The match is tied up 1-1. Josie Condry would have served wide if they had let it go, and it's a point to the Panthers, and that'll do it. In game 3, they win it 25-19. We'll be back with game 4 for you on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity Gateway.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
All right, Ridge Point has just captured game 3, 25-19, after they had captured game 2, 25-21. George Ranch won the first one by 6. So we're at least going to play 4. All right, you know, I had talked about the football games we have on this week. Well, how about next week? You deserve to know about next week. Well, first of all, next week on Tuesday, we got Travis versus Austin Volleyball from Wheeler Fieldhouse. While Ridgepoint is playing Clements, we will choose another match. So next Thursday, September the 15th, it's Elkins at Clements. Then Friday, the 16th, it's Travis at Dulles. And then on Saturday, the 17th, it'll be a barn burner at Mercer. Lord have Mercer Stadium. Ridgepoint against Hightower. The old rivals getting together again. Okay, Ridgepoint trying to finish it up, and it looks like they're going to serve first with Ameli Muwangatutia. Ball is rolling to her. She picks it up, and we are ready to start. Likes to slap the ball hard a few times. Now delivers. Sydney Bryant bumps it up first. Now down the middle. Big swing by Erin Rayner. Cannot get it down, but her teammates follow it up. George Ranch gets the first serve of this fourth game. And now, wearing a new jersey that's not as soaking wet as the other one, Riley Stubing. She serves with her feet on the floor. Now Ridgepoint tries to send it back. Carrington Cook sends it to the corner. Oh, that was a good idea. George Ranch couldn't get it back before she got a hand on it, and so did Avery Amin. But we're tied 1-1. Josie Condry to the baseline for Ridgepoint. Will fire. There it goes, bumped up by Forshey. Now it's going to be Sydney Bryant with a little tap over. No big swing that time. Thornquist to Carrington Cook. A lot of top spin, but George Ranch was able to keep it alive. Now the Longhorns attack, and a cross-court try by Avery Amin is denied. Now Stubing back set for Sydney Bryant. Thornquist digs it out. Now Carrington Cook down the right sideline, but George Ranch is there to return. Sydney Bryant, and a beauty. Pasted it to the back line. 2-1 Longhorns. Now they send in Sarah Brodamonte to serve. Wipes her right or serving hand on the bottom of her shoes. There's Brodamonte's serve. It is deep to the middle. Thornquist. Now there's going to be a setup for Sydney Bryant. Sydney Jordan. The two tallest and best attacking players in this match are both named Sydney. It was just a matter of time before I messed up on one of them. Point to George Ranch. They lead 3-1. Deep to the middle, Thornquist. Oh, Carrington Cook just saves it in front of the bench. But after she touched it, that was it. Nice try. It wasn't Carrington's fault that it was flying toward the bench anyway. 4-1 George Ranch. Brodamonte serves. Thornquist with her hands over her head. Now it is Sydney Jordan trying to tap it over. Oh, what a save. Beautiful save by Brodamonte. And a violation. 4 hits on the George Ranch side. It was impressive even though it didn't count. Ridgepoint trailing 4-2 and serving. More wiping of the floor on the George Ranch side. I told you it was hot in here. It is steamy. Arissa Smith will serve. Here it comes, very shallow. Sydney Bryant digs it out. Now Stubing. Now down the line, try by Stefani Eyetefeo. And a whistle. They're going to call a violation on Ridgepoint, and now they're going to have to talk. The two officials, the one in the elevated chair and the one at floor level. And they're having to lean in and, kind of yell at each other's ears. that loud in here tonight. All right, now they're calling Steuben. I said it was Captain Steubing, and I'm right. They're calling Steubing over to the elevated chair, and they can't decide whose point it is. And so they'll put 4-2 back on the scoreboard and just do it again. There is the serve by Ridgepoint, trailing 4-2. Brodamonte sets it up for Sydney Bryant, and the fadeaway spike going down at about 45 degrees. All right. Kendall Jung now has the ball and will serve for George Ranch, which leads 5-2. Sends it deep to the middle. Condrey puts it in the air. Now Jordan. She is denied by Steubing, who took a dive to the floor. And now a swinging spike attempt that is long by George Ranch. It is Coy, the freshman. Not long by much, but Ridgepoint gets the point. And they're down 5-3, and now Lauren Battle goes to the baseline to serve. Still wiping up sweat on the George Ranch end of the court. Now Lauren Battle's been thinking about it a long time, and her serve is over. And there's a little tap down by Cameron Coleman of Ridgepoint. Overset by George Ranch, made it easy for Coleman to get that point for the Panthers. And they are within 5-4. Battle to serve again. And that is a hot one that comes over with just clearing the net, and point to the Panthers. I'm not sure what the violation was. Maybe touching the net, perhaps. I don't know. But it's 5-5. Ridgepoint has tied it. Lauren Battle serves again. Hot serve just gets over the net. There's a big swing into the net. Point to the Panthers as Ayette Feo could not get the timing down. Not high enough to get over the net. Lauren Battle with her team now leading 6-5. Serves for Ridgepoint. Steubing, Brodamonte, big swing. Coy deep to the right corner and good for George Ranch. And it's 6-all. Serving for George Ranch is Ivana Martinez. Not Ivanka, Ivana. There it goes. Oh, Thornquist tried to dig it out, but it went flying off her fists and into the scorer's table. Lauren Battle tried to save it, couldn't. It's now 7-6 George Ranch on the service winner by Ivana Martinez. Senior middle hitter. Jumps and serves into the net, a foot below the tape. Kennedy Rogers is going to come in. Josie Condrey goes out. Sydney Jordan to serve. Spins it, leaps and serves. No spin, but a lot of velocity. Brodamonte setting it up for Coy, but she is blocked at the net. Cameron Coleman says, I don't think so. And it's now 8-7 George Ranch. I'm sorry, Ridgepoint. Sydney Jordan continues serving for the Panther girls. They continue wiping up sweat on the George Ranch side. I don't think they've had to get out the towel on the Ridgepoint side ever tonight. Jordan leaps and fires. Cook gets it up in the air. Now they return it to her, and she tries to tap it over, but the Ridgepoint defense is there. Lauren Battle to Aaliyah Smith and taps it over with finesse. just brushed a fingertip or two of a George Ranch girl. But it's 9-7, Ridge Point on top. If they capture this game 4, they'll get on the bus and go home. Brodamonte going to Cook, and she fires it wide. Right sideline. Missed and bounced up and hit the principal of George Ranch High School, Heather Patterson. She got her hand up, though. Sydney Jordan spins it, jumps, and just over the net. Cook bumps it up. Brodamonte now a back set, and the spike does not get down. Ridge Point attacking again. There is Kennedy Rogers, cannot get it to go. Great defense by George Ranch. And they get within 10-8 and get the serve back. By the way, prior to the game, talking to Coach Lauren Bailey, it was really storming outside the gym here at George Ranch. And she told someone that as she remembered it, they left all the all the windows on the bus down. So they may have some, wet bus seats to sit on when they get out there. All right, back to the action. Herrera setting it up, and that is Erin Rayner with the winner for George Ranch. Getting her team within 1. It is 10-9. Ridge Point on top. I am so glad Patrick Kinnick is doing the play-by-play on tomorrow night's Austin Dulles game. I don't know if I'm going to have a voice left. There's a swing by Herrera, and it is a long serve by George Ranch. Point to your Panthers. And Ridge Point is now up 11-9. Ava Thornquist serves. It might have been long. They might not have needed to hit it, but there is Avery Amin hitting to the back line, and long point to the Panthers. They lead at 12-9. Slightly concerned looks on the faces of the George Ranch players. Ava Thornquist fires. Hot serve, sinker ball, but George Ranch is going to return. Whistle, and I think Herrera's foot went underneath the net while she was trying to go low and dig it out. Biggest lead of game 4 for the Panthers. It is 13-9, and Thornquist serves again. This one has a lot of air under it and goes deep. Now there's the big swing by Avery Amin, but Ridge Point is there with the defense, and a double hit by Lauren Battle. And as a result, Ridge Point sees its lead shrink to 13-10. Now Sydney Bryant up off the bench for George Ranch. And the head coach's daughter, Haley Forshee, ready to serve. It is 13-10. Ridge Point on top and receiving. There goes the serve off the top of the net, but good. Lauren Battle sets it up. And violation. 2 hits by, I guess, Lauren Battle on the Ridge Point side. That makes it 13-11. Forshee to serve again. Steps right, now fires. A lot of air under it. Serves it long. Ridge Point now leads 14-11. Coleman and Aaliyah Smith go out. Muwanga comes in. And I didn't see who else came in. But for the first time, I see a towel being used on the Ridge Point end of the court to wipe up the perspiration. There is the serve by Muwanga. George Ranch on the attack. Sydney Bryant swings hard but cannot get it through the block. There is Cameron Coleman. Cross court and good for Ridge Point. They lead at 15-11. That was coming in hot, and then it was coming out hot over the benches and into the stands. Now more sweat cleaning on the Ridge Point end. Muwanga doing kind of an interesting dance while standing on top of the towel to get that job done. Now she serves with the Panther girls leading 15-11. Feels like the air conditioning has come on again, but it'll take a while to cool this whole gym down. Here comes the serve. Sydney Bryant digs it. They'll send it back to her. Big swing, looking for the corner and found it. Gets it down despite a great effort by Ava Thornquist. She gets up a little slowly for Ridge Point. That George Ranch score gets them within 15-12. Coach Bailey, I think, is asking for a timeout. Yes, she is, and we'll take it with them. 15-12. Ridge Point on top in game 4. If the Panther girls win, they can close it out. Wait a minute, I'm not even sure it's a full timeout. Yes, it is. Now I'm sure. We'll be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
The teams return to the court. It is 15-12. Ridge Point on top, trying to finish this match in 4 games. And Stubing serves for George Ranch. Ridge Point bumps it up. Kennedy Rogers blocked and it flies out. Point to the Panthers. She was blocked at the net. It stayed on the Ridge Point side, but it flew out of bounds. A lot of torque on that one. Now Kennedy takes a break. Josie Condry came in for her and is ready to serve. But the whistle, the official pointing at a spot on the floor. Now he says go ahead. Here's the serve, top spin. Dug out by Forshee. And a spike attempt by Martinez, cannot get it down. There's Cameron Coleman. Another CC. Carrington Cook, and it's too hot to handle. Coach Lauren Bailey of Ridge Point smiling. Sydney Bryant. Now a little tap down. That was easy for Arissa Smith of Ridge Point. Sydney Bryant overset it. She was the one to dig out that serve. It's now 18-12. Timeout, George Ranch. We'll be back. They're down by 6 and on the brink.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
With Josie Condry serving, Ridge Point attacking, trying to close this one out. Big swing by Carrington Cook. It does get over. Battle at the net. Arissa Smith wins one, but George Ranch, Sydney Bryant off of fingertips to slow it down, and she gets it back. Now, big swing, Bryant. Long point. No, it's good. She pasted it into the corner. I can't believe it. And that makes it 18-13. George Ranch trying to rally. And they send Sarah Brodamonte to the baseline to serve. She's yelling at some of her teammates up by the net. All right, now we're ready. Oh, that was a hot serve and a winner by Brodamonte. Makes it 18-14. I think what's deceptive is her serve doesn't have a lot of spin on it, and yet it takes a dive like a 12-6 curveball. And there goes another one. That one is deep. Ridge Point to return. Sydney Jordan. There you go. That's a winner.
Long and tall, she was the queen of them all.
And there you go, Sydney. I'm feeling pretty good about Ridge Point's chances to close this one out. They now lead at 19-13, and they are serving again. Arissa Smith waiting at the baseline while they do more mopping. It is as hot as the 1970s Boston Garden. Well, it was. It's not that hot anymore, but the sweat is out of the bag, if you know what I mean. 19-14, Ridge Point. Arissa serves, topspin, Stubing, Brodamonte, now Bryant. Goes down the right sideline, but it's bumped up by Arissa Smith. Now Sydney Jordan goes cross court. Oh, it had eyes. It was beautiful. Almost parallel to the net, and with a sharp downward turn just inside the baseline. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Arissa to serve again. There it goes. Stubing bumps it up. Brodamonte sets it up for Martinez, who can't get it down. There's Jordan tapping it over. And George Ranch miraculously returned it. Now attacking again. Cameron Coleman. George Ranch keeps it alive. Now it's on the Ridge Point side one more time. Jordan. Yes! 21-14. And they're starting to feel it. Right here in the gym, along the Ridge Point bench, and also on the hard scrabble streets of Siena. Served by Arissa, it's a winner! And you got Stubing and Bryant falling on top of each other. They're okay. It's 22-14. Arissa, top spin, Bryant, Brodamonte, back to Bryant, big swing, near the baseline, but Condrey returns it, and a winner for Ridge Point. Nudged over, and that's the only word by Cameron Coleman. It's 23-14. Arissa taking her time. Fires her serve. Bryant bumps it up. Now Stubing back to Bryant. And she swings, but Ridge Point is able to dig it out. Jordan goes cross court. George Ranch handles it. Now Bryant. Her spike is down. Gets it within 23-15. And finally, the service run of Arissa Smith is over. And off the bench comes Kendall Jung. And she's going to serve for George Ranch. Rolls up the sleeves just a bit. Her team down by 8. 2 more Ridge Point points, and this one's over. There it goes. Top spin. Dug out by Thornquist. Now a big swing by Cameron Coleman, and it's off of the George Ranch forearm and into the stands. It's 24-15. 1 more point, and Ridge Point will have it. This will give George Ranch 2 District 26A losses if they don't make a very impressive comeback. Here's the serve by Lauren Battle. Bumped up. George Ranch, 1 more hit. Stubing gets it over. Now Aaliyah Smith, now cross court. Sydney Jordan, she's blocked, but it's down on the George Ranch side, and Ridge Point wins. Not as emotional as some wins we've seen in this gym. The fans were very well behaved. Thank you for listening. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
Ever take your hands off the wheel and your auto starts veering left or right? That's your vehicle's way of saying, hey, I'm out of alignment and you're ruining the tires. First Tire and Automotive, 4 convenient locations, make sure you won't be driving crooked in the carpool lanes. Take advantage of free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires and 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Do you want to be a better volleyball player? And I mean the best you can be? The best place to learn is the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and soon to be open in Aliana on West Belford. The Volleyball School helps kids all over Fort Bend raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and on the most competitive club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Long Meadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
All right, the Ridgepoint Panther girls are winners tonight in a crucial District 26A match. The scores were George Ranch winning the first game, 25-19. Then Ridgepoint came through and won the second, 25-21. They won the third game, 25-19. And the final game, 25-15. VypeFortBend.com, Tuesday night volleyball on a Wednesday, just this once, is presented by the Volleyball School. And we're also brought to you this evening by Xfinity Mobile. Break free from the big three with wireless that does it all. Unbeatable internet made to do anything so you can do anything. By First Tire and Auto, Next Level Urgent Care, Archer Volkswagen, the Needville Insurance Agency, and of course, the Volleyball School on Franz Road in Katy and coming soon to Aliana on West Belfort, tucked in between Kempner, Austin, Travis, and Foster. So, for Len DeSelvo, I think I said that wrong. I want to say it right before I sign off because Len's been so helpful. Len DeSalvo, Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat, Patrick Kinnick, Bob McKay, everyone on the Vype team, thanks for being with us. And we will talk to you on Thursday night from Mercer Stadium and bring you the Austin Dulles game where we'll start the equitable I'm sorry, I've been talking a lot. the Equitable Advisors Countdown to Kickoff show at 5:40 p.m. Good night, everybody, from George Ranch. Thanks for listening to VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.